Even as inexperienced as he was, he must have known Judge Hanson had a bias against single mothers who neglected their children. His client most likely would not be getting her baby back. But as he glanced over at Miss Reynolds' cousin and her husband, sitting with their attorney at the table next to them, and witnessed the sly smile that passed between the couple, a chill went down his spine. His client was telling the truth, and her baby had just been legally stolen. 2011. 12 years later. The girl hurt everywhere. It even hurt to breathe. Warm blood trickled down her forehead. She tried to open her eyes, but even that slight gesture made the searing pain in her head worse. Muffled sounds floated around her like she was underwater. Breaking glass, screaming, music, more screaming. No, not screaming exactly. A man was yelling. A woman was sobbing. She finally opened her eyes to see a woman leaning over her. Tears streaked the woman's swollen face. Just beyond her stood a man. His face was so contorted with rage that his neck veins bulged. He grabbed the woman by her hair, yanked her head violently backward, and yelled in her face, "This is all your fault!" The girl tried to speak. She tried to reach out and stop the man from hurting the woman. But no words would come out. And then everything went black. 2. Phoenix, Arizona. Enlightened Path Rehab Center, 2023. It took 2 orderlies to subdue her. But who could blame her for putting up a fight? She'd been lured to the rehab facility under false pretenses. It hadn't been a complete lie, because she did, in fact, get the tour of the facilities she was promised. She'd made polite small talk and admired the tennis courts and the Olympic-size indoor swimming pool and the massive vegetable garden. But when the time had come for her to leave, her phone, which the director had asked her to surrender upon arriving for issues of privacy, hadn't been returned. It was only when they gave her a set of powder blue scrubs and slippers to change into that she realized, with horror, that they were not going to let her leave. "Call my mom!" she screamed as she frantically fought to escape the grasp of the orderlies. "I don't belong here! I didn't agree to this!" "Calm down, miss. This will all go so much smoother if you quit fighting," said a female nurse in a deceptively calm voice that didn't match her hard eyes or tight smile. "Don't touch me! I'm an adult! You can't do this to me!" She managed to get an arm free and swung her hand out so it almost connected with the nurse's face, causing the woman to flinch and throw her arm up to shield herself. That's when she took out the hypodermic needle. "Hold her still," commanded the nurse. "Please don't do this," she sobbed. The nurse ignored her and nodded to the 2 orderlies. They kicked the girl's feet out from under her and slammed her down onto the hard linoleum floor. "Call my mom! She'll tell you I don't belong here!" "Honey," the nurse lifted her skirt and jammed the needle into the meat of her upper thigh. "Who do you think admitted you?" 3. Addison, Ohio. 3 months later. "What do you mean there's no money for my fellowship?" My throat was so dry, the question had come out as a strangled squeak. Eli Brogan, the Dean of Arts and Sciences at Bellbrook College, took a deep breath, then cleared his throat before answering. "Because of unforeseen circumstances, the funds for the fellowship are no longer available." He was talking to me softly and slowly, like a doctor giving a patient a terminal diagnosis. Either that or he thought I was a total idiot. Brogan had a reputation for treating anyone without a PhD like a product of inbreeding. "But I don't understand," I persisted.